Hey, it's Dick Ritchie with AOK Product Reviews, and I'm here because I have a box that I just got in the mail from CB Tactical. CB Tactical is a really good knife channel within our community, and he's got a box with a knife in here that he wants people to take a look at and talk about. So it made it to my channel, so I figured I'd talk about it. Big box. Let's see what's in it. First off, CB Tactical sticker and keychain. Now, what we're going to be looking at, Buck knives. So the neat thing that Buck does is they'll do these 10 special edition sets. I like this. This is Edge of a Legend. They like to throw that in there. And believe it or not, made in China. I thought Buck was made in America, but they must have offerings made in China. Now, I like these tin cans because they're really cool. I just gave away one of these similar to this to a subscriber last year when I was doing all my giveaways. And what I did with the tin can was took the lid off, took the knives out, took the foam out, screwed this to the wall, put the foam back in, the knives in, and the lid right in my office area. So if I need a knife, I pull the lid off. It's like a wall sign, decorative wall sign, three-dimensionally, but it's of purpose. It's functional. Take the lid off, set the lid down, and there hanging on your wall is a couple Buck knives ready to be used to open up letters, sharpen a pencil, open a box, whatever. I suggest you do that in your office or something, guys. It's just kind of a cool idea if you ask me. We're going to do the larger one first. Is the Trapper 382. Look at that bad boy. It says CB Tactical on the blade, so he had this custom laser etched, which is pretty cool. I'm going to have to guess on a lot of things, most likely the material. Now, it's a Trapper style traditional slip joint knife, and it's Trapper style because primarily it has the spay blade. Now, this spay blade is great for hunters, for skinning, different things like that. And it's almost like a sheep's foot, but it bellies up to it in a spear point kind of thing. So there's your spay blade. Now here, I guess I would call that a bowie typically, but it's clip point, maybe a clip bowie. I'm not sure the specifications it's going to make it one or the other, but it looks an awful lot like a bowie. But I'm pretty sure they're calling it a clip point in this application. There you go, and you shut that. Now, when you have two knives with the blades opening from each end, and one's a spay and the other's a clip, and you have the bolsters here at the top where the knives pivot from, and then you have the cap at the bottom, and then the springs in the back with some brass liners. When you have that, that's called a Trapper. Now, some of these were a little bit different. Say you had one blade coming from one end, and say the other blade opening this way, we call that a canoe. There's several different ways and versions that you name these knives. You got Barlows, you got Whistlers, you got Copperheads, you got Lockbacks, you got Swayback, I think is one. You have Congress. There's a lot, and they all mean something. The next knife I'm going to show you from this package is going to be the Solo. Now, this is what I would call a Texas toothpick. It's got one single clip point. That's definitely a clip point there. See, I think the difference, like clip point, this is going to be straight going down like that. The bowie is when it does kind of a, if you like knives, you kind of know what Jim Bowie did. He had a big old Bowie knife and it had that real sway at the top and then the nice belly on the blade. These knives are pretty nice. I think it's got like a black bone. Thought it was wood at first when I first saw it, but it's like a black ebony bone, I believe. Really good finish on them. These are nice Buck knives. I like them. Good action. And this has a 180 degree full, no stop. Sometimes they'll stop right there and click, and then they go the rest of the way. But this would be what I would call a Texas toothpick buck knife. And the other one's a trapper. Let's look at one more knife. So this knife I had forgotten I purchased. And this is one of those ones where you didn't read the instructions. It's a Fox Vulpes, right? It's a little slip joint knife I bought. Now I was pretty excited about it because it's a Fox knife. Fox knives are pretty good. Some of the materials are good on it. I'll put the specifications right here. Okay. Now, it comes with like a little canvas burlap bag with this Fox. I thought this was going to be more of a full-size knife. It is not. It's about as long as my nose. I don't like it when I make that mistake because I did it once before with a Cold Steel Recon 1 with S35 VN steel, and I was really excited about the knife, and I got it, and it was a keychain knife. I'm going to have to pay closer attention, even though it's kind of fun to still get these little suckers, because this is a nice little slip joint actually, and this is going to go on my keychain right next to my little Olight. I got a little orange anodized Olight that I was gifted, and it's awesome. It has a C charge on it. I don't have it handy, but it has a C charge on it. But what's really cool about it is it's got two different brightnesses, and it's very bright for a small, just C charge, no battery. Keychain light. So you'll turn the light to the left, and that turns it off completely. Right, it's kind of bright. All the way right, it's very bright. Left, kind of bright. Left, off. One more left over, and it opens up like a slides, and there's the C drive. It's pretty cool. It's like 007 kind of stuff. Now this knife is going to go right next to that Olight, and it's going to make my pocket dump kind of cooler. I don't like having a lot of stuff in my pocket though, so I don't know how long this is going to last, because now I got a flashlight, a keychain on there, which I never have, the Olight, and now this Fox knife and my key fob. That's going to be bulky in my pocket. I'm not going to like it because I used to just carry the key fob and a pocket knife. Like today I got my Kubi 322 in my pocket. Right there. And this is a great knife, even though just now I failed on the flip. I've been failing on the flip on this thing because you got to push really hard to get it to flip open. But the crazy thing about it is the action's really good. And watch how easy it is. It's super easy to reverse flick. But yet for some reason the flipper isn't as easy, but I like it. Man, do I like this knife. G10 scales, D2 steel, good knife. We're not talking about this knife right now, though. We're talking about this little Fox slip joint. Now, I don't know what the materials are, so I'll put it right here, as I said, but it's got carbon steel scales, for sure. There ain't no playing around. If they were to use carbon veneers on something else like FRN, that'd be a waste of time on something as small as this. So I'm sure it's all carbon steel, carbon fiber. And instead of a nail nick, this is a nail nick still, it's almost like a hole. It is a hole, but it's oval or whatever you want to call that, linear. And it's got this sheep's foot blade. Now this does have a 50% stop right here. Right there, kind of locks right there. Not bad. Let me put it over by my speaker here. Walk and talk. For a little knife. There's the blade material, because I can't see. But I like this little thing. It's kind of tough. It's actually fairly thick stock for a small knife, so I don't see myself breaking this very easily. But there it is. That's what happens when you don't read the specifications or the dimensions when you're shopping on Amazon or any of those knife companies, and all you do is look at the blade material in the picture. That's the second time it's happened to me. I think this was a more costly version than the Recon though, but the Recon was bigger with S35 VN steel. Who cares? It's a knife. I'm going to put it on my keychain. I'll probably end up using it more than any of my other knives. Who knows? Or it may even save my life. There you have it. thank you, CB Tactical, for sending that knife along for me to take a look at. I will be sending it on to the next person to take a look at it, and waiting for the next box of knives to come through for me to review. You got Dick Ritchie with AOK Product Reviews, and I'm talking knives tonight. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe and tell a friend just how cool I am.